Okay, welcome back. Dark Souls 2, Vencabot, DLC. Today, we're going to be wrapping things up, I think. But first, let me take care of one last thing in the preparations. I'm sorry about that. I always forget something. Okay, so today I am going to be wrapping up my exploration of Eleum Loyce, which is the snow DLC. I'm not sure what the king is called. I think the most of the DLC is named after the king of whatever area I'm at in the time that I'm there. But yeah, yesterday I kind of finished exploring it pretty well, but there's one more area I want to go to, which I was referring to yesterday as the Legend of Zelda door. It's a door that opened up when I lit 4 sconces on fire. And after that, I'm going to go into the Chaos at the Grand Cathedral, which I believe is going to be a small area, probably with a boss fight there. That's my guess. As a lifelong gamer, that's my guess. Okay, I have 41,000 souls. That's a lot of fucking souls, actually. I need 50,000 to level up, though. I probably have no hard souls on me. I've got a few, actually. Soul of a Brave Warrior might even be enough. How about with this one? Still not quite. I might be a few hundred souls short. Let me see. No, I just have a few hundred souls surplus, so I can level up. So what do I want to raise? Or do I want to buy gear instead? Well, why don't I? I should buy gear. That would be the responsible thing to do. The responsible thing, that is. So in previous streams, I've discussed how at the end of Dark Souls 1, I was in a mad grind to get all of the gear that I wanted from all the shops. Because I had spent all my souls leveling up previously. Now, in this file here, I'm pretty buff. I would say I'm pretty damn confident with my, the power of my character. I don't think having, at this point, I don't think having more power wouldn't do me much good. So perhaps I should spend these souls on buying some rare gear. I've purchased all of the rare gear from this shopkeep, which means that there's still some rare gear to buy from Strayed at the Lost Bastille, using boss souls as a sort of a catalyst. And there's still gear to buy from Ornifex with the same way. You know, she uses boss souls as well. So why don't we go to our item box and pull out some boss souls and see what's up. Because I've never done this before. I've never used a boss soul to create a weapon, except for once. I think I have the Shield of the Pursuer, perhaps. But that's it. I have lots of cool souls. And not anywhere near enough money to spend it all, I'm sure, to get all these stuff. But let's bring all these souls over. I have a couple doubles from times I fought the same boss twice. Okay, so why don't we go visit Ornifex? she's a little more out of the way than Strayed, and so I theorize that she might have better gear. I have no clue really, though. She would be at Seldora, which is one of my least favorite areas in the game. And this one would be the place to teleport to, I believe. What is the chapel threshold? I think this is the one I want to go to, though. No, it's not, is it? Hang on, let me try and use my brain. Is this the place? Well, we'll have to find out. My brain don't work. So we got the spiders. I didn't know they did damage when they dropped down. That's interesting. They don't like sconces, but they don't mind bonfires. Ooh, that was Tessaiga of the highest caliber. 3 spiders in one swing. We got a mage out there acting the fool. I want to go to this room over here, though. Owie. Okay, so we destroyed the door on accident. You gotta be careful about these guys. They're real douchebags. Oh, hi, I didn't know you were alive. Okie dokie. So we're sipping up a little bit here. We've restored a lot of health. There's still at least one spider left alive over there. Wish I still had my door. But whatever. I think we're safe here, more or less.
If you provide a wondrous soul, I will create one thing of your choice. I require no payment this time. It is my way of saying thanks.
Ornifex is godlike. One of my favorite characters.
It is said that our technique originates from a strange being that inhabited this land. A pale beast that lived long, long ago. We don't even know what exactly it was. If you find a wondrous soul, bring it by for me to have a look.
A pale beast. That might be Seath. Seath is a pale beast. Okay, so let's trade, I think. Yes, okay. What am I trading? Oh, I have to create it first, and then I must go up by 1, because these are all 0. So we got here, we got the Watcher stuff, Looking Glass stuff. A Fume Ultra Greatsword. I think that's what Overlord Steve uses. Okay, Lost Sinner Sword. That's cool. A Drakewing Ultra Greatsword. Guardian Dragon? I'm not sure who the Guardian Dragon was. Smelter stuff. That's cool. This is an Ultra Greatsword. I usually don't go for Ultra Greatswords. I usually go for regular Greatswords. A Thorned Greatsword. Has pretty low stat requirements. I have no idea how much these stats are compared to my current gear. A Fume Sword. So I can make a Fume Ultra Greatsword or a Fume Sword. Oh right, wasn't he dual wielding? Yeah, he had one short sword on one hand and a huge greatsword in the other hand. Interesting. The weapon type is a Reaper? I guess that's their word for a scythe. Okay, what do we got here? Lots of chimes, some bows, and some shields. I'm not seeing a lot of the things that I really want. Well, I want great swords and whatnot. Got some pretty good shields, but they're not as good as Havel's. Unless they have special properties, perhaps. This is a small shield used by the Throne Watcher, made from an old sacred chime. The Watcher has stood by the throne for ages. Will his wishes be fulfilled? So this one can deflect spells. This is pretty damn high stats for a shield that can parry. But that's about it. Well, this is a katana forged from the soul of Sir Alan. The captivating, undulating design serves to enhance the weapon's mystical allure. Alan came from the east and soon became the Iron King's most trusted knight. When he departed, the old Iron King bequeathed Sir Alan's name to his Iron Warriors. Okay. Interesting. Well, let's, before I buy any of this stuff, let's go check out Strayed. Because none of that stuff is really doing it for me, right? Hang on, let me talk to her again. Let me make doubly sure that, she has nothing that I want.
Do you find you humans all that, no, the nature of an item is bigness?
Yeah, she only has, this, spot here, swords and shields. I think that you can't make other armor from, She also has some weapons here. I might have these already, they might be in my box. I could buy more of these, but that's fine, I'm at the end of the game anyway. I don't need any more at this point. Fall control? Reduces damage from falls. So if you use that, and then you use the, silver cat ring, you can probably survive from some pretty nasty drops. Speaking of drops, sorry about the audio drop there. I'm invaded? At least I'm by the bonfire. Oh, maybe because there's an enemy nearby? I didn't know that was a property. Okay, so here's the, Strayed cell. This is the other guy that deals in boss souls. Now, originally, I believed that, they did different things with the same souls. And now I think that they each have their own souls they work with. So you can't, there's no use trying to figure out what's best between them. They have no crossover.
Well, this is a most very unusual. The cursed ones were, of course, you. The people fear the cursed ones. Some people would rather keep. In the end, so very. Once people became aware, they seized anybody they found.
It's kind of like the Undead Asylum. Okay, so we want to trade. What do you have for sale? Great Sword of the Forlorn. Oh, okay. He has Forlorn stuff here that I never ended up buying. So, actually, I'm still missing some of Forlorn's stuff. That's funny. I only fought the Greatsword version. I think that Forlorn, he's an NPC invader that shows up at random in certain spots. And he has a couple different forms he can show up in. One wields a greatsword and one wields something else. There might be others as well. And you have to kill him a certain number of times, and then you can unlock his gear here. But I fought him so many times, I guess I got unlucky and fought his greatsword form the most. This is the greatsword of the Forlorn who wandered the land of the undead. The king's elder brother, Aldia, sought to overcome the curse through means unlike his siblings. The Forlorn were born of Aldia's sinful infatuation. Okay. Got some spells as well. And what are we trading for here? Anything useful? So we can make spells out of some souls. That's interesting. Outcry is a pyromancy of Nadalia, the Bride of Ash. It spouts multiple dark flames. This child of dark, bearing inconceivable strength, found herself in a kingless land devoid of souls, and in journeying there has all but condemned herself to a fate most wretched. Okay, so he has not a whole lot of things for sale here. Pursuer stuff, Dragon Rider stuff. Shield crossbow. This is a crossbow created from the soul of the executioner's chariot. An iron plate serves as a shield while firing. Okay, so you can apparently block attacks while firing with your shield. That's interesting. The merciless chariot inflicted agony upon others with utter impunity, and the crossbow created from its soul strives to protect from possible retribution. I know that feeling. So we have a smelter sword here. Wasn't there something like that from Ornifex as well? Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they do have some crossover. Twin blades, a bent blade, very high dex requirement but low strength. And so it would seem that I was right. Ornifex deals with the good souls. This guy deals with all the shitty souls. This is a lance. I'm not even sure that I didn't even know there was a weapon type in this game. This is a lance forged from the soul of the executioner's chariot, and its cross-shaped blade causes bleeding. The perverse design of the spear mirrors the chariot from which it came, a merciless creation that endlessly tortured the undead. Okay. I like whips. Dino's song was an asshole. All food for thought, I guess, but let's keep our souls, excuse me, our boss souls for now, and just buy some of this Forlorn stuff. Okay. Interesting stuff. These are all very, very cheap. Geez, do I want a shield crossbow or a lance? I would say a shield crossbow, right? That sounds pretty dope. Okay. I have 2 smelter souls, actually, so I might as well get this. I have 3... Oh, right, 3 smelter souls. Yeah, because I fought smelter on New Game Plus as well. The Pursuer's Greatsword or the Pursuer's Shield? I'm quite happy with my Havel Shield. Does it have any special properties? This is the Great Shield of the Pursuer. For those who can handle the weight of the shield, it offers resistance to curses. Oh, does it? Well, it doesn't seem like it really. It only has 65 curse resist. Well, the Pursuer hunts down those branded by the curse, as if each undead soul that he claims will atone one of his sins. Let's get his sword. Okay. Kind of annoying how you can't see how many you have in your inventory. So you might get the same one twice on accident. I like whips. I hate the Demon of Song. That would appear to be the only thing I can do with the Demon of Song soul anyway. So it's very weak. But why? This is a whip born from the soul of the Demon of Song, covered with strange spots that betray its poisonous effect. Oh, it has very high poison damage. The demon's sonorous voice, in stark contrast to its hideous form, is surely intended to lure people close so that it may devour them. Okay. I got a couple Dragon Rider souls, I believe. How many things can I make from that? 3 different things I can make. 4, actually. But I believe I have the Dragon Rider Great Shield already. Let's go with the bow. Because the bow is something I can imagine myself using, potentially. This is a bow wielded by the Dragon Riders, King Vendrick's royal guard. Merely drawing this bow requires inhuman strength, but each shot has deadly potential. Demands great skill of its wearer, and thus serve to test the worthiness. I can't read, apparently. Demands great skill of its wielder, and thus serves to test the worthiness of those who aspire to join the Dragon Riders. Okay. I have a Belfry Gargoyle Bident, I guess. Is there anything else I can use that soul for? No. This is a 2-pronged spear that imitates a weapon mentioned in an ancient text. Gargoyles are said to guard castles and forts from ill fortune, and they have appeared in many forms in all the great lands throughout history. Some of them are so meticulously crafted that they look as if they might come to life. And sometimes they do. Roaring Halberd with the Skeleton Lord's soul. That's the only thing I can make from that. Which would seem that way, although that seems like it'd probably have a spell as well. I guess not. Okay. So what is this? It's a halberd. I like those. It's a halberd forged from the soul of a skeleton lord, imbued with the power of dark. The unsettling skull carved into this halberd recalls the final moments of the skeleton lord from whom it was created. Okay. And there we go. Now we're broke.
Feeble, cursed one. Do you really think you can manage the glories that are my spells?
Nah, I'm not really into spells, dude. But I respect you. So let's put my boss souls away now. I don't like carrying them around. They're too precious. So let's go like this. Black. Okay, lots of boss souls. And there we go. Now we burned all of our souls so we can die fearlessly. Let's travel back to the DLC area. Now, the fastest way to get to where I want to go is right here. It's kind of a drag, it's kind of a long walk. As far as I know, there is no closer bonfire. So let's do it. So this is the first action we've had all day. Really, right? I haven't killed anybody yet, I don't think. Oh no, I did. I'm sorry. I went to meet Ornifex. There's a few spiders there. That was weird. What hell animation was that? Okay, so what rings am I using? Oh, my third dragon ring is broken. I need to repair it. It would have been nice to have remembered that sooner. It's okay, though. Ooh. These guys, their poise makes them kind of hard to interrupt sometimes. Wow, he had quite a arc on that one. Yeah, to be honest, I don't really have a effective strategy for dealing with these guys. I just kind of go ham and hope it works out. Sometimes I get behind them, which is nice. But, no, I don't have a strategy that I'm happy with. If you don't kill these, peeps who are kind of resting on the ground, they'll stab you in the back later. They're sneaky like that. I would like to read more about how poise work in this game. It seems simpler in Dark Souls 1. I think in Dark Souls 1, poise was just a stat you had to conquer with your attack power, or with the poise-breaking property of the weapon you're using. If you broke their poise, they got stunned. If not, they didn't get stunned. For every attack. This game seems to have a couple things going for it. It seems to have a meter that fills up invisibly, so you can actually stack your damage after a few hits to break their poise, if you attack fast enough. Also, it appears to have some kind of hyper armor, in the words of Overlord Steve. Wow, he's still alive. And the way this armor would appear to work, it seems that when enemies are attacking, they're harder to interrupt. So if they're just standing there watching you or being defensive, they're relatively easy to stun lock. But if they're attacking you, then they're kind of hard to stun lock. Which is not how I expect it to work. It's kind of counterintuitive, but once you get used to it, you kind of can feel it how it works. Oh wow. This, I don't know, this sword ain't doing it for me right now. Let's go back to the old Black Knight Greatsword. This area is kind of a pain because there's a lot of foes. And these guys are quite versatile. They have swords for melee range, but also at long range they can cast spells. So they don't really fuck around. They're equipped. Thankfully, their spells don't do very much damage. It's pretty safe to just fight them. But their attacks do quite a bit. Okay, that could have been death. Oh, what the? That was a bug. It would appear that I got hit by a spell through a wall. No big deal. So, that reminds me, something about this game. There's hitbox issues. I hear that they were much worse in the original version. This is the Scholar of the First Sin, much more polished version from the original release. And compared to Dark Souls 1, there are a lot of polish issues. You know, hitboxes can be weird sometimes. Things clip strangely sometimes. But I still feel like overall it's a better game than Dark Souls 1. It's got some shortcomings over Dark Souls 1. And I feel like the strengths make up for it. But yeah, one of the things about this game is that it just doesn't feel quite as solid as the first game. Overall, the overall package. But I forgive it for that. It does a lot of things better than the first. That was that hyper armor I was talking about, where I guess somehow he broke out of my stun lock and was able to get a hit in there. On the one hand, it makes the gameplay feel less reliable, which is annoying. It makes it feel a little bit more up to chance. But on the other hand, it encourages you to play more defensively, which I appreciate. You know, you kind of have to hit confirm. You have to not buffer in attacks when you're not sure you're going to hit a stun lock. So yeah, I'm undecided how I feel about that. I'm watching my friend Douglas play Bloodborne recently. And he seems to be very much confounded by the way that staggering works in that game. He's confounded by the fact that it seems so inconsistent. But I feel like there is a mechanism there that if you understood it, you would be able to adapt to it. It works very much like this game. There seems to be some kind of hyper armor, some kind of invisible meter going up. It's kind of hard to predict when your attack will stun. And so, on the one hand, that's very obnoxious, because you can't plan accordingly. But on the other hand, planning is only half the game. You know, one half is planning, one half is reacting. So sometimes maybe it makes sense that you couldn't just plan your way out of every problem. you catch my drift. Alright, so let's do this much more defensively now. Let's kite these guys. Let's get their attention and then run the fuck away. That stun worked out in my favor. We really got a lot of guys' attention here. Okay, so there's one more guy around the corner. Oh, he's walking away. So over there, we don't see him here, but there is also a one of those backstabbing girls who likes to sneak up on you. So we don't have just 2 foes here to fight. We have at least 3. Okay, and there she is. We took that hit there, that's okay though. So we're a tanky build. This character is built all around taking hits. I have an amazing shield, and I have a lot of health and very good armor. So sometimes we just take hits, and that's how it goes. There are builds entirely based on not taking hits. You would think that's, maybe it's counterintuitive to say that taking hits can be good. I forgive you for feeling that way. But this build, it's very, very slow. My attack is slow. What the fuck? Oh, he really came running, huh? It's okay. Okay. Yeah, because this sword swings so slowly, it can be very hard to avoid taking damage. So I can compensate for that by having a build that's pretty good at taking damage. Now the downside of that is in that situation right there, when he were and I we were I'm sorry, I'm stuttering today. When he and I were both staring each other down, because my attack is so slow, it's very hard for me to attack first. Especially because of the way they have the hyper armor. So if I start my swing like this, and they begin attacking after I do, but their attack lands, I can't interrupt it. You know, I can't interrupt their attack. Because they have that hyper armor attribute. So it can be tough for me to get an attack in at times. And that's caused me a lot of trouble in certain boss fights. The Demon of Song, and also the Covetous Demon, both of which some say are the easiest bosses in the game. But for me, because for me attacking is such a huge commitment, I find it very difficult to capitalize on my openings. So she wakes up from over there, now she wants to fight me. Alright, so what's going on down there? What is that place? I don't remember this area. Oh, yes, I do. That's where I fought the Witch Donna, the Castaway Witch Donna. So actually, now I want to go through this door. I'm headed toward my Zelda door. That means going through here. There's a couple assholes in here. We also have a dog in here somewhere. Took care of him pretty well. Okay, so this has worked out pretty well. Oh wow, that's whiff. That's one of this game's weird issues, is the way that locking on works sometimes. Although, you know, maybe it's that way by design for tactical reasons. maybe I really couldn't have turned to face him because he was so close on my shoulder. You know, in real life melee combat, that would be an issue. He was so close on my shoulder that I couldn't turn and face him the way I wanted to. Okay, I think I'm going the right way. We got a caster, we got a few of these statty girls, as they will be known. Okay, we have the caster. The caster is really obnoxious. That's his Jada, so they pay him for. Almost got shanked there. I probably deserved to. A bit overly aggressive. Okay, let's shut this guy down. Ooh, see? Couldn't even interrupt that spell. Usually spells are very easy to interrupt. But for some reason I don't fully understand, I couldn't do it. And I'm sure if I understand it, I could act accordingly. Cut it out, dude. I have no clue where I'm going. This is the wrong way. That much I'm almost certain of. Oh, no, I'm actually in the right spot right now. This is the Zelda door right down here. I take it back, I have some idea of where I'm going. But not much. This area, as I recall, I saw this and was like, fuck it. Here's an invisible door, not very well hidden. This is all new territory for me now. So here I have the high ground. I can go through and kill these people one at a time. But I don't really need to. And usually I don't like killing people until I'm sure that they're aggressive toward me. Okay, there's a boss there. Yeah, I don't want these guys coming and fight me while the boss is here. What I want to do is I want to kite them out. This area seems very small. If there's some treasure back there, that would appear to be it. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go past these guys and then run like fucking hell to get out of here. This is a good choke point. Well, there's another one here. You sneaky son of a bitch. If that's who I think it is, these guys are not a joke. They're like a mini-boss. He doesn't appear to be that bad at this point. I want to kite him outside. He doesn't want to seem to come. He seems to not want to do that. It's not here, bro. See, that was bad. But he doesn't seem to do that bad of damage, really. My shield is doing work. This is a good place to run and get my stamina back anyway. Okay, now he's free. Now I can finish him off. So yeah, they want me to fight the other one while I'm being attacked by these backstabbers. But I don't want to do that. I'd rather kite them away somehow. And when I say kite, in case you guys aren't aware, it means in a video game where you get an enemy's attention and you lead them away from their friends. So you're kind of like running away while kind of guiding them like a kite. So I can come up here. I can kill all these people, but right now they're not aggressive toward me. But they will be as soon as I go to where that guy is. They're going to all want to jump me. I'll betcha. So, I'm just gonna do what I intended to do in the first place. Run up here and then run like hell. And now they're all aggressive toward me. I'm not sure how far they're gonna want to come. He's already turning back. Okay, this is actually pretty good. Let's Tessaiga some people. Oh, that's Tessaiga right there. I believe these women are very easy to stun. Okay, good stuff. Oh, there's still one left. Okay, that was pretty easy. So now we have that mini-boss all to ourselves. But the arena in this case is not quite as good as the other one I just had, because I could flee through that door and he wouldn't be able to follow me that well. This time it's going to be more of a fair fight. That was a new move. Here comes a stab. Here comes my stab. 1, 2, and the stab. There's my stab. Just take our time with this guy. Okay, he has a longer recovery there than it looks. This is a 2-hitter. I'm kind of feeling greedy. Okay, that was a lucky last hit there. A little too greedy, but it worked out in my favor. So this is a, yeah, very small area. So that means I'm free to go to the Chaos now. Wait a minute, a garrison ward key. Where was there a locked door? Oh, I know where it was. Okay, I know where that is. So I take it back. We've actually opened up a little bit more exploration. I'm not sure how much. I'm going to make sure I didn't miss any items back here. Okay, anybody? Doesn't look that way. Lots of bodies. That's how you know I was here. Alright, so the fastest way to the garrison ward? I think I might as well just keep going forward. Yeah. So I'm going to go in here and drop down. And I just push on from here. This room is one of the more annoying rooms. But that's not saying much. This area is not that bad, really. Overall, I mean, Eleum Loyce is not that bad. These guys seem pretty easy to stun lock. But I'm not 100% sure on how that works or why that is. There's a mage up there and a couple stabby people. They love stabbing. Who can blame them? I know, I love stabbing. Sorry about the audio drop there. Something's been damaging my greatsword a lot lately. I don't know, those guys must have very high damage to weapons or something. I'm not totally sure how that works. Best death cry in the game. Okay. It's always a good idea if you have like a humanoid enemy, or really any enemy. When they drop down from a ledge, there's almost always some frames of animation they have to recover. And that's a great time to open a can of whoop-ass on them. Right there. Just kind of catch your footing there. And they're helpless for quite a long time. Longer than it would first appear. Over here, dude. That mage, I don't want to fight you over there. Back up some. Wait for the spell to hit the barrier there. I'm just talking to myself here, no one's in the chat, but this is Action Game 101. But in case you weren't aware, you definitely want to separate the melee attackers from the ranged attackers however you possibly can. You want to fight them at the same time if you can help it. Yeah, that move, that spell they have seems to clip through stuff sometimes. So I'm pretty close to where I want to be. This garrison key, I'll bet you opens up a locked iron gate that's right to the left up here. There's a caster over there. I'm going to try to draw this guy a little further back. This guy is very easy to backstab because his attacks leave him in a recovery animation for so long. Anytime you defend against an attack on this guy, you can almost always backstab him because he recovers for so long. Sorry about the audio drops. And when I say recovers, I mean the time it takes for an enemy to finish their attack, and then have their animation finish, so they can go on to their next action. So let's say if you swing a sword, you're going to have to regain your balance afterward, before you can actually walk, or do another attack. That would be your recovery. And that's what I mean, these guys here have very awful recovery. So you can just walk around behind them while they're finishing up their animation, and do them dirty. Come here, bro. Oh, that was a throw? Wow. Didn't see that coming. So now I need to heal myself. Okay. And there we go. Thank you. Rampart Golem Armor, that's cool. Let's see what that's all about. Okay, it's got pretty high stats. Kind of middle of the road. This is armor of the Rampart Golems. It granted life by the Ivory King. Okay, this is the Ivory King DLC. The Golems were charged with the containment of the creatures of chaos within the boundaries of the wall. When the doors of Eleum Loyce were flung open, the place turned frigid and lifeless, but the Golems remained dutifully on guard. These guys here are a trap. They seem non-aggressive, but if you walk past them, they get angry at you. So I'm going to just cut out the middle man, and really cut out all the men. This door here was previously locked. This is the one that I bet will open for me now. Aha. So what is going on here? It's a bonfire. That would appear to be it, huh? So now I can teleport here, but it's a little bit late for that. If I'd found this a lot earlier, it would be very handy. But where I am now, not so useful. Okay, so you have a nice little view here, but I can't go anywhere over there. So we're done. We have fully explored this area to my satisfaction. There might be hidden things I've missed, but I'm not looking at a walkthrough or anything like that, or a wiki, so I couldn't tell you. Now we can teleport to the Grand Cathedral and go into the Chaos. which is some kind of lore with Eleum Loyce. I don't really understand it. Someone's attacking me, it sounds like. Oh, I see, he respawned because I touched this bonfire. That's cool. So yeah, I'm not totally clear on the lore, but it would seem that the Ivory King descended into the chaos of the Grand Cathedral. It's like a magical pit. And what I've been doing is I've been finding his knights and sending them into the chaos with him. And now I'm going to chase him in. So I'm assuming that there's going to be like a boss fight down there, and maybe these knights I've been finding are going to help me out. And the more knights I find, the better. I believe I found them all. That's my understanding of the situation.
Many of Eleum Loyce's faithful knights followed their lord into the chaos. But not one of them returned. The king's dutiful subjects waited patiently for his homecoming. But it was too long a wait to bear.
That'd be all the frostbitten people, I think.
The knights, reborn, will follow your word.
Okay, so that's what I've been doing, yeah.
Many of but not the king.
Okay.
The knight.
So yeah, I guess I'm like the leader of the knights now. I've saved, I think, 3 of them. So now I can go into this chaos or something like that. Yeah, here they are. There's 1 for each little throne. There's a couple of other little pieces of furniture over there. I'm not sure what they are. Look like overturned tables or something. I believe I have all the knights now. I guess I can go in here and get my ass kicked. I kind of want to spend my souls first, though. I have a feeling there's going to be a boss fight through there. Call me crazy. So, yeah, before I go do that, I'll feel a little bit better if I have my souls spent in advance. So let's go and spend some souls on some stuff. So I gotta repair my ring. That much is certain. And after that, I might as well just... Oh. Okay, I lost my connection to Steam. That's weird. Maybe I'll restart my game, too, just in case.
Huh, I'd given you up for dead.
Okay. Looks like my modem still says I'm online. So that's weird. I want to repair my ring.
I'll be around if you make it back.
Oh, I'm making it back, homie. I mean, what do I want to really spend these souls on? Those boss soul items aren't really that fucking great. I can read the descriptions right there in the store, so why would I really bother collecting them? Just to have? I guess that makes sense. Ever get that bonfire? Bloody Angels, welcome, dude. And yeah, I've finished the Eleum Loyce DLC, except for the Chaos. So now I've gathered all the knights together, I'm gonna go into the Chaos next. And I assume that's gonna be more or less the end of the DLC. I could be wrong, though. Yeah, I got that bonfire I needed a key for, yeah. Found the key, found the bonfire. So now let's gather up some bossy souls. Go buy some shit at Straight, I guess. Bloody, how you been, dude? How was your weekend? Yeah, let's go visit Straight. Okay, what's up, bro?
Well, there he is.
Okay, so I can get the smelter... Oh, I think I already have the smelter sword, right. We'll get the arc sword. Oh, actually, let's get the club as well. I think I like the sword, though. Mytha, she only has that one item. I think she has a spell as well. But I like gear. Last Giant only has that one item, but he might have a spell as well. Covetous Demon. Making life easy. Okay, so I have all the stuff that I can have right now. Ruin Sentinel, Najka, Velstadt, Royal Rat, and the Giant Lord. Okay, let's buy these spells as well, why not? Good stuff, man. Yeah, I had a great weekend, man. My birthday was yesterday. I had a really great birthday. Pretty much ideal. Spent it with family. Had a great meal. Saw a great movie. I saw Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. Great film, dude. Great film. And got back at a pretty good stream, too. I killed both the lions. I killed one lion. Is there another lion somewhere? You mean the Ava? I killed Ava. Wait, maybe there was another place I could go. Hang on, let me go back here and teleport to the inner wall. I wonder if there's a path here that I neglected to go down. Let's find out. So here, there's somebody I can kill right here. Back off, Stu. Back off. Well, I have my ring repaired. I can put that back on now. Go to that bonfire you unlocked with the key. Oh, there's nothing interesting over there. Thanks, buddy. Yeah, it was a great birthday I had yesterday. I got everything I wanted and then some. Okay, so I want my royal third dragon ring. That's it. 58.8%, man. I'm so lightweight. Hey, Steve. Welcome aboard, dude. It's going pretty good. I went through the Zelda door, and I found a key to a bonfire that had been locked until now. So I finally unlocked that. Not that I need it now, it would seem. And I traded a bunch of boss souls for some fancy schmancy boss gear. Just for the fuck of it. I'm at the end of the game, and my level is high enough, so I'm looking for things to spend my souls on. That's really all it's about now. Just wasting some souls. Oh shit, how's he still alive? This is not a good start. Ow. Okay, let's see here. So yeah, I'm thinking I might have missed something in this area. Thanks to Bloody for reminding me that there might be places here I haven't explored yet. I was ready to go into the Chaos, which I think is like the final boss of the area. That's my assumption. I was just about to run over there and whoop his ass, but I think that maybe there's more yet here for me. Those ladies don't really chase me, so I'm just gonna skip them, I think. Fuck them. Up here, I think I may have a door. Maybe I'm wrong. How's your day, Steve? Bloody Angels told me he had a kick-ass weekend. Just like your boy. Sorry about the audio drop there. Oh fuck, I might die. Thank God for AI and their inability to handle slopes. Oh my lord. The sloppiness. A little bit overly aggressive, I think. Okay, screw you, lady. And that's from the heart. These guys I can leave be. So I don't think I've been through this door yet. Oh, yes I have. Yeah, I have. So I have been down here already. So the only hint I have now of where to go, Bloody said I should go back to that bonfire I just unlocked. But why would I do that, I wonder? Up here is just a shortcut, I believe. Yeah. Okay, well I see no reason to spit in my pal Bloody's face. So let's teleport there, I guess. And I don't know. I don't think there's anything there that I missed. I've only fought one tiger. Bloody Angel says there's another tiger here or something. Let's do a short shift today. Ended up sleeping the day away, just giving up. Good stuff, man. That's a man after my own heart right there. A man after my own heart. Hang on, what's down here? This is where I started the area at, but I've not been back here since. Did I miss anything? Probably not. It would appear not. Okay, let's obey Bloody. Bloody Angels is our Lord and Savior. He is Zombie Jesus, the King of Kings. Let's go to that bonfire I just opened up. It's the expulsion chamber. Whenever I eat burritos, I have to use my expulsion chamber. Okie dokie, so here I am. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Thanks, Bloody. I missed that. I'm sure a lot of people did. Let's get expelled. We're gonna do like a luge. We luging, homeboy. Aw, shit. Jamaican bobsled team. Let's go. Okay. The Frigid Outskirts. So we got another boss fight here or something, I guess. I can't see shit. But I can see this over here. Might as well just go toward where I can see, right? If I was a game designer, I would send the player to where they can see. Okay. It's not as bad here. Oh, I can see stuff over there from here. That's interesting. So wait, it's just time-based. You can't see for a while, then you can see. I thought maybe I'd walked into an area where the snow was lighter, but it appears to just be a matter of the wind blowing or not blowing. So the expulsion chamber, you got load guys into these thingamajiggers and you send them flying, huh? Pretty fucking creepy. So we can go over here. Fighting a boss here would be a pain. But fighting enemies here would be even worse, I would think. I don't know if I agree with this. This game design is hella obnoxious. It's like, what, you just want me to stand here and wait till the wind stops? It's not dangerous to me at all. Just gotta stand and wait. I guess it's realistic, maybe. Adds some of that tension, perhaps. This place is fucking huge. This must be what people meant when they said that there's like a... This area is huge. Here's treasure. Pretty worthless. I don't know. Is there something I'm missing here? Is there a reason to take shelter here, or what? I think it's probably just a landmark, right? So you wait for the snow to clear, you look around for a landmark, and you run toward it. So there's some badniks over there. How far can I go up this hill before I hit an invisible wall? What, are we playing Oblivion now, or what? Oh, hi. Nice to meet you, homeboy. Oh, shit. Good old Havels. It's a weird whiff. You see his stomach pretty easily. That's awesome. This guy's a real bitch. Nice move, man. Can even penetrate my Havels. He's not worth a lot of souls, so he's kind of like a... He wasn't even really sold as being that badass. It's kind of an interesting area, I guess. I'm glad that they're mixing it up a little bit with the level design. But yeah. Oh, hi. I wonder if these guys are respawn. I'm not really impressed with the damage combo. So are these guys my punishment for going too far away? If they just respawn because I'm so far from the main track? I seem to have found the... this is the limit. Take it to the limit. I wonder if those goats respawn indefinitely. Or if they just saw me from really far away. Yeah, I don't know about this. This is pretty boring. It'd be one thing. It'd be boring even if I could always see. The fact that I can't most of the time is just brutal. Exactly. Yeah, fucking Steve. Yeah. You ain't joking, Steve. This guy is, he's not exactly, working me over right now. I might have to face two at once at some point. Ouch. Oh, he dropped something. Stop on a horse mid-charge. You dropped a petrified dragon bone. Now that's pretty good, quote unquote. It's one of those items that's rare. And if you need it, it's great. If you don't, it's worthless. It's kind of a trend in this game, huh? The way the game is designed. A lot of the items are great if you need them and worthless if you don't. I wonder if there's some way as a game designer you could approach that and make it more interesting. I guess the idea would be, that's probably why so many games have like crafting and fusing and other crap like that, so you can take trash items and kind of work them into something that's good for everybody, one way or another. That gets kind of old too, though. Hey there, buddy. Yeah, my guess is they just spawn every once in a while. Okay, so it has a couple different hits on there. Okay. Wow, I swear I was blocking that. I guess I was a little bit too slow on the draw. Okay, you broke my guard as well. Yeah, I don't know, as a game designer as well, something I find funny about this game, and Dark Souls in general, is the guard break. Enemies aren't programmed to capitalize on it. So it's like, okay, I'm blocking way too much, clearly. So you broke my guard because my stamina ran out, but your recovery frames are so high that you can't do nothing about it. I have time to get my stamina back by the time you're ready to attack again. Which kind of makes it really easy to just hold my shield up all the time and not worry about anything. So here I am on the perimeter, just as my usual video game strategy, just to make triply sure there's nothing out here. If I was a shady-ass game designer, I would put things around the perimeter. Or otherwise out of sight of the main path. But another good thing to do is just have nothing out here. That way you kind of punish the player for thinking they're so fucking smart. I mean, it's a wasteland for a reason, you know? There may just be nothing out here. These respawning goats are kind of funny though, right? That's very un-Dark Souls-like. They're trying a lot of new things here. The effect of the blinding sun reflecting on the snow is very realistic as well. Michigander, let me tell you. Get some stamina back. This is an attack that has multiple hits to it. Yeah, 2 hits, it would seem. Give some space. You gonna fight me or not, dude? It would be a drag to fight 2 of these guys at once. Life gems forever. Here's a nice little shadowy area. It would seem the horses just come out of the fog, you know, when it's foggy. Infinitely respawning. It'd be nice if they gave you more souls. I mean, they're not exactly hard, but they're not exactly the easiest guys either. They're kind of like a, you know, lower mid-tier enemy. Yeah, so far the perimeter here is pretty worthless. This area is fucking massive. So I'm probably reading way too deep into this. I should probably just stick to the landmarks, like they probably intended me to do. Get some stamina back. Walk away. Gotta know when to walk away, man. This actually takes less of my stamina to dodge roll, which isn't always the case. Wow, that's some fucking reach right there. Ooh, that was a nasty trade. So what I'll probably do here in a little while is use a aged feather, so I can take a very short break. And next time, stick more to the landmarks and not wander so far off, just because I think I'm super duper smart. But there's would appear to be nothing really out here worth finding. Get some stamina back. Okay, that's fine. Get some stamina here. Ooh, that was unfortunate. For you? That would be very painful. Seems like every time the wind kicks up, there's like a random chance of a goat attacking me. Just like in real life. Okay, so there's something cool over there. Why don't we head there before we take a break? Okay, here comes a goat, I'll bet you. It's been long enough. There he is. Oh, there's two of them now. Well, that's less easy to deal with. Have to take it quite a bit slower. Quite a bit slower. Ouch. We're gonna need our Estus as well. Oh, that's way too early. Thankfully, they don't have a whole lot of options when I want to sit. They recover for so long from their attacks. Okay, they have range attacks. I forgot about that. Okay, there we go. We narrowed one down. Get some stamina back here. Okay, we're doing fine. Oh, way too early. Okay, that was aggressive, but sometimes a man's gotta do what a man's gotta do. Hey, T-Rob, good luck. Excuse me, congratulations, man. Not good luck, the opposite. Congratulations. Good shit, and what was your last final? So Steve, does that mean you're doing finals as well? Okay, so here we are. Here's some landmarks. Let's get back on track here a little bit. Microeconomics. Worst class, worst teacher. Microeconomics? What is that, like for individual towns? This kind of reminds me of a freaking Elder Scrolls now. Finding forts out in the middle of nowhere. So yeah, so Steve also was doing finals. He finished his yesterday. Good stuff, man. How you guys feeling? Pretty confident? It focuses more on consumers and firms. Okay. It's gonna make a pool. It's a hot spring. Oftentimes these pools will restore your health gradually, but they're pretty pointless, considering that healing items are A, cheap, and B, most of them respawn automatically. It's okay though, it's a nice gesture anyway. Get a hot spring there in the middle of nowhere. Okay, so here we go. We got some thugs. We got another structure on the horizon. Oh, but I should take a break, huh? Okay. But it appears when I attack twice, I can break his poise resistance, or whatever you want to call it. I can stagger him if I hit him twice. Ouch. Okay. So yeah, let's teleport back to a bonfire. I'll take a very short break, and then we'll explore this area a little bit more effectively next time by not going right to the frickin' wasteland and staying on the beaten path. Okay, so Steve's feeling good about his finals. He knows his stuff. I'm not surprised. Okay. So here I am. Lots of souls to spend. Let's go back to Majula and take a very short break. Okay, I'll be back in like 3 minutes, guys. See you then.